Have you ever felt like something was watching you while sitting alone in a dark room? When silence becomes so heavy that even your own breath feels foreign? A sudden creak in the floorboards, a shadow that seems to slip past your peripheral vision, and an unexplained chill running down your spine. Ghosts. We've been told about them since childhood stories that haunt us, fascinate us, and leave us with more questions than answers. But the real question remains: could they be real? For centuries, ghosts have been at the heart of stories told across every culture. Sometimes they appear as the lost souls of loved ones, other times as vengeful spirits seeking closure. Languages have changed, beliefs have evolved, but the idea of ghosts has never disappeared. Why? Why does the human mind remain so obsessed with what cannot be seen? Belief in ghosts is not a modern phenomenon, it's as old as humanity itself. In ancient Egypt, the idea of life after death was central to their religion. They believed the soul embarked on a journey after death, and if it wasn't properly sent off, it could return. The ancient Romans feared larvae, restless spirits of the dead, and held festivals to appease them. In Japanese folklore, yurei are spirits trapped between worlds, tethered by strong emotions like grief or vengeance. Despite cultural differences, one theme remains consistent across all these beliefs: incompleteness. A soul returning because something was left unfinished, a ritual unperformed, a goodbye unsaid, a wound unhealed. In many ways, ghosts represent humanity's need to make sense of death, to believe that what's gone might still linger. We fear the unknown, so we give it a face, a name, a voice. Even in our high-tech, hyper-rational world, people still claim to see ghosts. Places like Borley Rectory in England or the Winchester Mystery House in the U.S. have long been associated with paranormal events. Apparitions caught on camera, voices recorded in empty rooms, unseen forces that move objects. Some are captured as evidence, while others live only in witness accounts. Many people say they've felt the presence of a loved one long after they've passed. A music box playing on its own, objects shifting in the night, the sensation of a hand on your shoulder. These experiences are deeply personal, and sometimes unshakably real to those who live them. Are these just tricks of the mind, or something more? Scientists suggest that most ghostly experiences can be explained by psychology and neurology. One key example is sleep paralysis. The brain wakes up, but the body does not. The person becomes aware, yet cannot move. Often during this state, people report seeing shadowy figures or feeling a heavy presence in the room. It's terrifying, but also explainable. Another phenomenon is called pareidolia, the brain's tendency to see familiar patterns in randomness. We see faces in clouds, figures in shadows, and movements where there are none. In the dark, our imagination fills in the blanks, and sometimes it conjures ghosts. Environmental factors also play a role. Carbon monoxide poisoning can cause hallucinations, confusion, and feelings of dread. High levels of electromagnetic fields can induce anxiety, paranoia, and even the sensation of being watched. In such environments, the brain reacts sometimes dramatically and creates experiences we can't always rationalize. But science doesn't explain everything. Some theories suggest a deeper layer of reality, one that might link consciousness to the very fabric of the universe. Physicist Roger Penrose's theory of quantum consciousness proposes that our minds operate on a quantum level. If this is true, it raises a profound question. What happens to that quantum information when we die? If consciousness is a form of energy, could that energy persist after physical death? Could it transfer or transform into something else? These are radical ideas, still theoretical, still unproven, but they invite us to reconsider what we think we know about life, death, and the possibility of something beyond. The field of parapsychology seeks to study the paranormal using scientific methods. Ghost hunters use sensors, cameras, and temperature readers in hopes of capturing evidence. Mediums claim to speak with the dead. Lab experiments have attempted to detect spirit presence. Yet, so far, none of this has produced definitive proof. Most findings fall into one of two categories: clearly explainable or simply unexplained. But not unexplained doesn't mean supernatural. It might just mean we don't understand it yet. Maybe ghosts are just reflections of our deepest fears, our longing for connection, our resistance to letting go. Or maybe, just maybe, they are real. Not in the form of floating bedsheets or horror movie cliches, but as something far stranger, something science has yet to catch up with. As of today, there is no solid proof that ghosts exist, but there is also no proof that they don't. And that uncertainty, that tiny, unsettling gap in our knowledge, is where the mystery lives. To deny the unseen is easy, but the heart of science lies in asking questions, and this is one question that still waits in the dark. Don't forget to subscribe to EXOVA. In our next episode, we'll chase another mystery that blurs the line between reality and the unknown.